fabulous voyage we've shared, my friend. To Vardenfell and new opportunities. Still reading that letter? A lover's note, No need to confirm or deny it. We all have our secrets. I wonder what Vardenfell has in store for us.
Check it rocks ahead! Brace yourselves!
Well, that doesn't sound good.
This one's still alive, Naryu.
I can see that. Walk this way, and let's make sure everything works after that dreadful shipwreck.
Captured by slavers. What a predicament. But at least we're still alive. Go on now. Naryu wants to talk to you.
Look what the sea coughed up. Welcome to Vardenfell, land of dark elves, lava flows, and slaves of all descriptions. Speaking of slaves, let me get those manacles off you. Oh, you'll find I'm full of surprises. I have just the thing. Hold still. There. You've been captured by slavers. Haven't you been paying attention? Maybe you hit your head when your ship crashed into the rocks and dumped you onto the bitter coast. The slavers lured your ship in and took their pick of the survivors. Slavers? Me? No. My allegiance leans in an entirely different direction. Let's just say... See? Easy as charming a bull netch with a tasty nix ox. I think I might hold on to these for later if you don't have any objections. You've been captured by slavers. Slavers? Me? No. My allegiance leans in an entirely different direction. Let's just say I'm here to help you escape this place. Then you can get back to what you were doing before the slavers so rudely sank your vessel. Not so fast, hero. I need to make sure you can handle yourself in a fight. Not everyone recovers from a near-death experience that quickly. Let's go over some of the basics of combat. Hit me. I want to see what you've got.
Nice. Now follow it up.
Try to block this one.
Finish her off.
Impressive. You're just what I need to pull my plan together. Most of the slavers are currently out on a raid. That means it's the perfect opportunity for us to make our escape. Oh, not too much, really. I need you to find a set of slaver clothes so you don't look like one of the prisoners. Plus, we need the gate key, or we'll never make it to the docks. Here, take my spare lockpick in case you need it. I've got a few more things to check on before we can make our escape. You do your part, and I promise you, I'll do mine. An idea? Of course. I just need proof to satisfy my superiors. But don't worry, I'm sure I'll have things well in hand by the time we meet back up.
Drawers, why didn't you wake me? Have you been drinking the aged Flynn again? Treacherous slave, I'll have your head!
Over here! Did you get the things Nar you wanted? The slavers are returning and plans have changed. Nar you sent me to find you and get the gate key. Nar you sent a signal to the house guard in Cyrodiilic, and that's when the slaver horn started sounding. The slavers must have been hiding nearby, and now they're on their way back. We have to hurry. You are a ray of sunshine on a cloudy morning. I'll lead the prisoners through the gate and see what we can find to get off this island. You meet up with Naryu at the Overlook, and then rendezvous with us at the docks.
I couldn't have done much better myself, hero. Good work down there. There's one more thing to do if you're up to it. Time is short, but I have something to tell you. You've earned that much at least. I'm an assassin, a Morag Tongue agent here to complete a job. The writ I carry gives me the legal authority to end my target's life. No questions asked. I'm here to kill Captain Svardstar, leader of this band of slavers. He's as bad as they come. Because I need your help. I can kill the captain and 10 of his thugs without breaking a sweat. But the slavers' ship? It's faster and stronger than anything the locals can throw at it. If we don't scuttle the ship, they'll be right back to business. Not big on gratitude, I see. Look. I signaled Cyrodiilic, but they won't get here in time to stop the slavers. With your help, we can end the slavers, save their prisoners, and sink their ship. Otherwise, the prisoners are as good as dead. Gather some fire salt and kindle pitch from the docks. With them, you can make a firebomb. Not only will setting their ship on fire destroy it, it will flush Svardstar from his hiding hole so I can end him. We'll meet after you gather the supplies. Over here! Get on board and let's go! About time you got here. What took you so long? And maybe the slavers won't notice.
Don't come out! They're bombarding the ship! Wait!
Go below decks and use the firebomb. I'll search for the captain. Now move!
Skeeving fetcher! I'll kill you!
This flea.
Nice! We make a great team. Let's get off this burning ship.
Good. You've returned to your senses. Let's talk. So, care to tell me what you're doing on that slaver ship? This is the port town of Cyrodiilic, on the island of Vardenfell. We fished you out of the burning wreckage of a slaver ship near Firemouth. If you're not a slaver, why were you dressed as one? I'll let Governor Salvi sort this out. She wants to see you. Best not to keep her waiting. Come with me.
rescue sergeant? Let me just record the name in my ledger.
Not this one. Governor Selby doesn't want an official record.
Really? Very well. The governor's in her office. Unusual for the governor to omit items from the official record, but I'm just her clerk. You'd better head inside and talk to the governor now. Cyrodiilic is the preeminent port into Vardenfell. I process new arrivals so the tribunal knows who might be gallivanting across this fair land. It's so much more prestigious than my efforts for the Gold Coast Trading Company. Once, long ago in another life, I served as a clerk for the company right here in Vardenfell. Helped build many of the fine Imperial-style structures you see. I must have impressed House Hlalu, for they offered me this distinguished position. For the most part, but sometimes it takes great effort not to strangle one or more of these pointy-eared blusterers. For example, no one ever remembers their birth sign. Some even try to change their answers on repeat visits, as if I wouldn't notice.
Despite all the excitement around the recent shipwreck, I'm in here, guarding the governor's office. I suppose someone might want to steal a quill or a stack of parchment, but still, my talents are clearly being wasted.
As governor of this region, I have questions that need to be answered. We found you among the wreckage of the slaver ship, and we found a strongbox with your name on it in another wreck. I'll give you the strongbox if you tell me the truth. Did she? And where is this writ? I don't see any writ. And without a writ, all I have is a murder. Take your strongbox, but we'll hold on to you until I have proof of your claim. I have no patience for tale-tellers or slavers.
A moment, Governor. Here's my honorable writ of execution for the slaver captain.
These papers appear to be in order.
We're done here, hero. But don't worry. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
I suppose you can go now, and we'll leave your name at the official record. Just don't make me regret this.
Despite all the excitement,
Please! Someone! We need help! There's an armiger injured on the road outside Cyrodiilic. So much blood! They need help! I'm not exactly sure. The buoyant armiger was accompanying Canon Valasa on a mission for Lord Vivek, but something terrible must have happened. Canon Valasa sent me to find help. She's on the road just outside of Cyrodiilic. Will you help them?
Forgive me, Outlander, but I have enough to deal with. I'm just a simple tribunal priest, and the trouble at the ancestral tomb was too much for even our buoyant armiger to deal with. I have failed Lord Vivek, and left a colleague alone at the tomb. Lord Vivek sent the three of us to seek guidance at the Andrano ancestral tomb. We were attacked when we got there, and our guard was seriously hurt. I barely got her to safety, but we failed to complete the mission Lord Vivek bestowed upon us. Canon Levoul. He remained behind after we retreated from the tomb. I know he wants to get back inside and ask Lord Vivek's questions, but there's no way he can get past the Daedra or ask the questions on his own. May the three grant him wisdom.
Tarza, what's wrong? Someone help!
By the three! First a wounded armiger, now this!
By dawn and dusk, evil creeps through the shadows of my beloved Vardenfell. But an outlander arrives to aid my people, just as I have foreseen.
Those words, what do they mean?
What happened?
Merciful Azura, the Mother Soul spoke through you. It's a miracle!
Lord Vivec, protect me! That was Azura, the Queen of the Night Sky. And you, she spoke directly to you, Outlander! I'm surprised the Daedric Prince would risk Lord Vivec's wrath to proclaim a prophecy. But she did say you were here to aid us. The Daedric Prince Azura possessed that woman and spoke through her. I've heard of such occurrences, of course, but to witness such an event... She said evil creeps through the land. I wonder if it has anything to do with what we saw at the tomb. You don't know Lord Vivec, one of the living gods of the Dunmer Tribunal. You must be new to our land, Outlander. But there's no time. Canon Levoul remain behind. He needs help if he's going to get inside the tomb and ask Vivec's questions. Yes, one of the god monarchs of Morrowind. He's the warrior poet who lives in a grand palace in Vivec City. Lord Vivec sent us on this holy mission to request information from Canon Levoul's ancestor. It breaks my heart that I have failed him. We sought guidance in a matter that concerns Lord Vivec. I received specific questions to ask while Levoul concentrated on summoning his ancestor. The Daedra ruined those plans when they fell upon Urnsey, and we were forced to flee. Vile creatures from oblivion. You hear about an odd ghost or a nest of vampires, but never Daedra. Please, if they're still there, they'll rip Canon Levoul apart. He's definitely not a warrior. Just look at what they did to the Buoyant Armiger. The Buoyant Armigers comprise one of the military orders of the Tribunal Temple. They seek to emulate Lord Vivec's deeds through actions and words. Poor Urnsey. Those monsters went straight for her. Her blood flowed like lava from Red Mountain. Where are you from? Children learn of Red Mountain before they even taste Flynn. The mountain sits at the center of Vardenfell, periodically rumbling like a sleeping Nyx shaking its leg. Lately, however, it seems to be waking from its long slumber. Azura is the cruel but wise Daedric Prince of Dawn and Dusk. She's one of the good Daedra, for what that's worth. But for her to speak through an innocent means something terrible is about to happen. Why else would she dare Lord Vivec's wrath? What do they teach you where you come from? Lord Vivec's a living god! Azura is merely the anticipation of Sothacian. Vivec stands as the present and the future, while Azura clearly represents Vardenfell's past. So no, they don't get along.
take Lord Vivec down. Those monsters, it's too dangerous. What am I going to do? Did Canon Valasar send you? Oh, she did, didn't she? That means she made it to Seyda-Neen. Vivec be praised. Will you help me complete my mission? It would be sacrilege if I don't enter my family's tomb and make Lord Vivec's inquiries. As the saints declare, the tribunal always provides. We'll need to be cautious, however. Daedra invaded the tomb. Makes it hard to talk to one's ancestors while monsters try to eat you. I'll also need your help when we reach the summoning chamber. Take this scroll with Lord Vivec's inquiries, while I summon forth my ancestor spirit and concentrate on maintaining the connection. You must ask the questions. He insists we use the exact phrasing. We can go inside when you're ready. I've already lost precious time due to the buoyant armager's wounds, but I suppose a few more moments won't make the volcano erupt or the moonlit fall from the sky or anything. What else can I tell you, my friend? I'm not quite sure, and it wasn't my place to ask. When your living god gives you a task, you say, "Yes, my lord." The questions seem to involve the time before the tribunal, which I assume is why we must ask them of my long-dead ancestor. A few of my contemporaries can boast of a luminary such as Farina Andrina occupying a prime branch upon their family tree. Lady Farina studied at the feet of Sothasil and was counted among his companions before the tribunal rose to power. Who's Sothasil? It's like asking who are Vivec and Almalexia. They are the tribunal, the living gods of the Dunmer. Sothasil is the architect of time and the binder of oblivion. If you want to know more, we can talk after we've finished. Well, I can tell you why they weren't here the last time I paid my respects. Canon Valasar thinks they're some kind of Daedra, determined to keep us from fulfilling Lord Vivec's will. Until you showed up, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Before we go in there and face those monsters, I want you to know how much I appreciate your aid in this matter. Just don't lose the scroll that contains Lord Vivec's questions. Now come, let's call forth my ancestor. I'll open the tomb door. Follow me, but keep an eye out for those Daedra. Careful. The creatures attacked as soon as we enter the Hall of Remembrance. This used to be such a peaceful place. I came here as a young acolyte to meditate.
Below my station.
We're nearly there. Then we can summon my ancestor. The summoning chamber. I'll call forth my ancestor, then you can ask Vivek's questions.
Hasn't my rest been disturbed enough by those filthy Daedra? Why do you summon me, descendant?
My Lord Vivek has inquiries that only you can answer, my lady. My companion will present them with your permission.
The warrior poet? Very well. Ask Vivek's questions. Ask the warrior poet's questions, Outlander. Ah, Lord Vivek always had a way with words. Tell him to rest assured. The heart remains safe. I wonder why that concerns him. Ask the remaining questions as my time here is short. An enemy of old, yes, but not the one that Vivek presumes. Sotha Seal imagined multiple scenarios and contemplated endless solutions. He even experimented with his divinity, drawing energy to study before returning it. Loss will come, he foresaw, but not until the collapse of the temple. Now, back to sleep.
I hope that's what Lord Vivek needed. Let's talk outside.
We hate spirits!
Thank you for helping me complete my task. Now, I need to return to Vivek City. Have you been there? It's amazing. Ziggurats rising out of the water, the moonlit hanging in the sky above. You should meet me there so I can introduce you to Lord Vivek. Just between us, I understood neither the questions asked nor the answers received. Not that I expected to. Some things aren't meant for mortal minds. That's another reason for you to come to Vivek City, to help me explain what my ancestors said. Excellent. I just need to make a quick stop in Seydanin to check on my original traveling companions. When you get to Vivek City, head right to the palace and I'll meet you there. I know that Lord Vivek will want to reward you for assisting me. I'll be along shortly. When you get to Vivek City, head directly for Lord Vivek's palace. Once there, I'll make introductions and we can tell the warrior poet everything we've learned. Of course. As I said, the tribunal consists of our 3 living gods, Vivek, Almalexia, and Sothasil. They lead us in spiritual matters and rule over Dunmer society as god monarchs of the Dark Elves. I serve Vivek, but honor the entire tribunal. Unfortunately, no. The Dunmer houses bow to the tribunal, but the savage Ashlanders refuse to acknowledge their divinity. The heretics never allowed themselves to be assimilated into the great houses. Instead, they hold to primitive superstitions,